What's up, fanboys and fangirls and wrestling fans, most likely? Welcome to another episode of the FanTracks podcast coming to you from fanboysanonymous.com. This is our movie commentary track podcast that we do here over on the Fanboys channel. If you have been checking out the fan ounce tables that are on the Smart Out Moment channel, then you should be familiar with how we do these things here. We'll give you a breakdown of how that all works and what's going on here, what we're going to talk about, what we're going to watch, all that good stuff in a moment. But first things first, I want to introduce who's going to be talking, who you're going to be hearing from. I am your host, as always, Tony Mango. Joining me, as always, is Robert DeFelice.
Hey, Tony, are we ready to rumble?
Somewhat. I don't know. I haven't actually even seen a full trailer for this, come to think of it.
You know, I had been excited for this when I first heard about it, which was like 2 years ago. Completely forgot about it, and now it's here, so I'm excited. It's animated, it's wrestling, it gives me an excuse to talk to you. It's all the things I enjoy.
Yeah, so we are watching that. You should tell by the title and everything that goes along with this. The movie is Rumble. It is on Paramount Plus right now. Today it just came out. I forget how many hours ago. It doesn't really matter. You're listening to this at another time. And we have not seen a moment of it other than the literal split second that it starts, so we could hit the back button and make sure everything's all zeroed out, which you should do as well to make sure that you are watching it at the same time as us, because what we're going to do here is the way that we always do these with like 50 some episodes or so. We're going to give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, and then I will say play. And when I say play, we're going to hit the play button on, you know, whether you're watching this on like your computer or you're watching it on like your smart TV or whatever it might be. Hit the play button on there, and that way you'll be synced up with us, and you can watch the movie and listen to the commentary track that we're providing. That's the whole point, you know. So we're going to shoot the shit. We're going to talk about, you know, our first reactions to this. We're going to make jokes about things. We're going to laugh if it's funny. We're going to groan if it's not, you know, that kind of deal. And since it is a WWE Studios entity and it is a regular movie on top of that, that's why we're doing this on Fanboys. But if you are coming over from Smart Out Moment, stick around with Fanboys, you know. Check out some other fan tracks and stuff. If you want us to do more of these things, let us know about that as well. Like the, oh God, what was that? No Holds Barred was the last one I think that we did that was kind of like a crossover. But even Red Notice, for instance, that was another one that we watched that primarily because it was The Rock.
John Cena one, Vacation Friends.
Vacation Friends with John Cena, Army of the Dead with Batista. Like,
that was also,
you know,
good.
If there's an opportunity for us to do something that kind of meshes the two together, that's what we want to try to take advantage of that as much as we can. So also, while we're doing this, drop your comments below on YouTube, or, you know, if you are checking this out on some kind of other platform where you can't leave a comment, then send us a tweet or something like that. Let us know that you were checking this out and, you know, what jokes you found funniest or anything else you want to talk about. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that little notification bell as well to where you know the next videos that get posted. If you want to pick up some merchandise and help us out in some way, TeePublic and Redbubble, they have sales going on right now. Lots of different designs, lots of different products. And if you want to help out on the subscription side of things with the monetary stuff elsewhere, there's the Patreon, patreon.com/fanboysanonymous or /smartoutmoment for that stuff. You get to pick your poison tier. You can request stuff. So if you want us to watch particular movies, like, for instance, Christmas movies, then we could be doing that. If you want us to watch some, I don't know, New Year's Day or something kind of things, that too, or just anything in general. And also you got dark casts and bonus features, so extra podcasts to go along with that on those. The join button over on YouTube gives you the members only content, just the same as the Patreon does. So anyway, we're about 4 minutes into this kind of stuff. We got our plugs out of the way. We already say we get this started.
I think we should.
All right, so guys, remember, it is 3, 2, 1, play. When I say play, you hit play, and then you'll be ready to go. That's what we're going to do here right now. So get that started, get your popcorn and anything else that you want to get ready to go here, because it's a lot harder to like pause both at the same time and stuff. So it's better if you get it all sorted out ahead of time. But we are going to start this now in 3, 2, 1, play. We've got a skipping stone.
From someone who is definitely not Sierra.
The Sierra thing, yeah, we've got a messed up thing on ours where it was coming up as a different movie. All You've Got, 2006 MTV movie about volleyball players. I don't think we're going to be watching
my
it.
First nitpick. Why isn't this on Peacock.
It really should be if it's WWE Studios. There's no reason why it shouldn't be, right?
Like, realistically, if you're telling me it landed on Paramount Plus, that means you were looking for something to host it.
Yeah,
Why
like Peacock
isn't
didn't
this
want
on
it.
Peacock?
And I have not heard much about this beforehand. Like you said that you 2 years ago or so you were thinking about this. I don't remember hearing about it.
When this came out, the world was still open. Like Becky Lynch, who I do believe is in this movie, was the man. She wasn't like the heel she is now. She wasn't even pregnant. Like she was the man. She just won the belts.
Yeah, she's potentially in this. Roman Reigns might be in it, I think.
Is that what's his face? Is that it is totally Michael Buffer.
So he's got to say, "Let's get ready to rumble." Then.
Oh well, that's the whole point. That's all we need for this movie,
right?
The World Monster Wrestling Network. You know what's crazy? They say wrestling in this movie,
but they probably don't say belt, right?
If they do, then I'm just gonna have a whole lot of questions. Jimbo Boy? Vincent Belt! They did it already! We're 25 seconds in this movie and they said wrestling and belt. What's your excuse, Vince?
R.I.P. Rayburn and Jimbo.
Ziggy Marley? What?
Jimbo Coyle Stadium. It's not a bad looking belt.
It's literally called the Big Belt.
Is that a Pokeball?
Totally a Pokeball. Becky's not the main character in this movie, is she?
Seems like she might be.
You wish people were this hype about wrestling.
Right. No, this is people who were watching wrestling back in the Attitude Era. John Tenta?
He's not a man, he's a shark. This is great.
So you see how there's like a reflection on the foot? They're not trying to do it like this because it's just a light reflection, but that it was a different color.
Yeah.
There's statues out there where the like the bronze or whatever it is that it's made out of, the color is all distorted because people keep touching the same area. So it's like the crotch of like different statues and stuff.
Why did they need that scene of her hurting her friend's hands by just like...
What, by slapping it too hard? Because she's just too excited.
Yeah, but like, did you need that 3 times over? I mean, maybe it'll play a role.
Why is this guy so old if he's the protege of the other guy?
No. The monster is the protege. This is the same guy. I think.
Yeah, but they both went missing.
Is he the protege? Maybe he didn't go missing. Dude, you wish people were this...
Right.
Like... I want to see one person at a WWE event. Like, let's fucking go.
You know, it's just a little kid. That's it. Some little I don't know, little Liv Morgan fan or something. And then he didn't say, "Let's get ready to rumble."
Now we're
oh wait, now we go.
Ooh.
No, he still didn't. What the fuck?
We'll get there. We'll get there. Dude, it's the same ring from No Holds Barred. They really want that 8-sided.
Gilbert.
You.
They really are doing the Goldberg thing.
Yeah. Do we know who Roman is playing in this movie?
He's got to be just some kind of like a monster that pops up at some point, I'm sure.
Nah.
It is weird that so many things that are non-wrestling just assume that the wrestling ring is like 6-sided or 8-sided or anything.
No, it's weird that 2 of these properties are from WWE.
So this is tentacular.
Nah, nah, nah. So
how
what
come
are the odds we get a hologram thing at WrestleMania of this match?
How come there are no monsters in the crowd? None of them are fans.
It's like civilized dogfight.
Well, one of them's a commentator.
Maybe we're gonna find out. Dude, the blimp can take selfies. Oh.
He's pulling an Austin Theory.
Do they all have to do the Hogan thing?
Oh, because that's all people know, yeah.
Oh, dude, it's a dog. Oh my.
Yeah, the British Bulldog going on.
Okay, that was stupid.
I would be rooting for him.
Okay. What did I tell you? Civilized dog fighting. I win.
Quite literally in this case.
Much like WWE to use a song that's like 7 years old. Here we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you did the thing.
Wonder how much money he made for doing this. Like $6 million or something.
I'll bet you anything he's got the most money out of anybody who did this movie.
I kind of want to see what would happen if Mauro Ranallo was doing the commentary on this.
Mamma mia! Or he'd be like, Monster mia!
Yeah. He'd be pulling out some facts out of nowhere. He'd be like, tentacular is, the
third son twice removed of the old.
Yeah. It's a regular Squid Game here.
My God. Wait a minute. Is this movie going to be about her realizing that wrestling is a work?
Oh my God, I hope so.
That'd be amazing.
She's just gonna.
All right.
She's gonna be one of those seat fillers that WWE has. What the hell? Yeah, you're gonna be allowed to do this?
They own the building. Okay.
The music in the background.
Oh, that's so cute.
Who's doing the voice of Tentacular?
Let's find out. You think it's the big dog? Really, Roman should be the big dog.
He really should be. Maybe he couldn't do a British accent.
Why does he need to be British? Like, aren't you in charge of this movie? Like, Terry Crews is doing
Terry
Tentacular.
Crews. I knew it sounded familiar.
Roman Reigns will be. Well,
Neckbreaker.
I guess we'll.
That's not a super stunner. That's a neckbreaker.
It's a reverse stunner.
They didn't even do a pinfall.
I'm so fancy. Oh, dude, he's in on the disappearing act.
I mean, you need to have that heel turn, right? The whole like, I was the protege and I should have been the main one, you know, that kind of deal.
I made them drown.
Right.
Whoa, ha 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 ha.
I got Tentacular to do that because he can swim in the water and, you know, like that whole thing.
Tony Danza's in this movie.
Tony Danza's in this?
Yes.
Who's he playing?
He is playing a character named Siggy.
Hmm.
I'm down for this. Tony Danza's the man.
No, he's the boss.
He's turning heel. This is literally Brett leaves for WCW. I think that's Tony Danza. And you know who that is, obviously.
Best character.
Might be more recognizable as an animated hedgehog.
Sounds like him. Ben Schwartz for anybody who's
It is him.
yeah.
Okay, that's Tony Danza. I don't know why I moved my mouse to the screen like you can see it. That'd be
It's a good
dope
theme to
if
have
they
for
did a
your
storyline,
entrance. Here comes the hot stepper. Yeah.
If they did a storyline like, oh, this guy's actually leaving with the belt, that'd be really cool.
For anybody who could hear a motorcycle in the background, I'm sorry. Somebody decided that they wanted to try to be super cool and rev over and over again. Everybody settle down. It's all fake.
Interesting. Oh,
This character purposely supposed to look like Sarah Palin or something.
really? She looks like Steph to me. Not the illegal underground wrestling circuit, right?
Oh, look at the SmackDown logo on the left.
Oh yay!
It's the actual
Nice.
SmackDown logo.
Well, that's good. It is their movie.
But they didn't even bother to design something else. They just took that logo and put that there. Well, there you go. I was just gonna say, well, you'll have a parking lot.
Tony.
Did he just repeat the song? Never gonna keep you down. Pissing the night away.
I hope Chumbawamba is in this movie.
See, I'd be infinitely more interested in this if they were to have taken WWE people and made them like characters. Like if you had, like you said, like Roman Reigns being the big dog, or if you had like, I don't know, Triple H is like some monster with a shovel.
Is he the Skull King, or is that? I don't know. Like WWE is very weird about WWE.
How come Rayburn went from champion to champion? There's no interim champion between them?
Well, I think they were like division champions.
Who do you think's the wrestling equivalent of Rayburn?
Like The Rock, if The Rock like died at the peak of his. Man, that's so cute. When are you gonna reveal that tentacular? He sunk the boat or whatever.
Right, it's 100% what happened. The animation's not all that bad, considering it's not like DreamWorks or Pixar. But just some of the specifics that go, like the dialogue, that it could be punched up. Just for like, oh, it's not your responsibility. You don't have to go. It's like that's the placeholder text,
Yeah. I guess you got to be really passionate about what you're doing. Jeez.
She's got the perfect disguise on that everybody does, right? A hood.
Hey, you wish you had a hood that cool, pal.
Axe Hammer. That should have been voiced by Curtis Axel.
I'd say Axe Hammer.
Yeah.
Not the role I would have pitched for Becky Lynch.
That's Becky? She's Axe Hammer?
Until she said, Axe Hammer is the man.
Huh, yeah.
There it is. Wow. Not what I would have pitched for Becky Lynch.
Yeah. Much.
Yo, you get it? You get it? It's a win-win-winny because you get it? Because that's her name? You get it?
Awful.
But do you get it? Like,
oh, this guy sounds familiar. Like somebody trying to do a Danny DeVito impression?
oh wait, I know that voice. Yeah.
It sounds like Danny DeVito.
Is it Tony Shalhoub?
So Will Arnett's the voice of Rayburn. Huh. And Tony Shalhoub, yeah. Well, I'm assuming that's Tony Shalhoub's character then.
Who's Rayburn Jr.? Okay, Grace Newton did the young voice. Yeah, it's a work in the underground circuit. It's a work. That's so funny. That's so funny.
Ending a match in a clothesline. Very old school.
I don't like that. Why is it a work in the underground circuit?
Yeah.
Like, what did he...
Oh God, you know who was playing Rayburn Sr.?
Who?
Charles Barkley.
Interesting. I don't understand the gimmick here.
I'm assuming that this one coming out's got to be Roman Reigns. This one's got to be Roman, right?
Roman. and Ray, and it's the guy who is a bug. Or is that a toucan?
Never mind. This doesn't really look so much
That's
like.
not Roman. That's not Roman.
Yeah.
Is Roman behind that person?
Oh, John DiMaggio's in this too. Fred Melamed.
Not a bad movie in terms of cast. Oh, Tony, he's going to college.
Who is doing that voice? I want to know who that person
I hope
is.
that's Roman.
Did they say that character's name yet?
Not yet.
That character is Lights Out McGinty. Jimmy Tatro. I don't know that.
I don't know that person's name. Dollar bill, yo.
Definitely. I like that little guy the best.
I hope that's Roman.
No, he's playing a different character.
Turn heel. Go.
I'm waiting for this Rayburn to start talking about Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
I don't get it.
Well, Arnett does the Reese's commercials too.
Ah.
So he'll be like, sorry, not sorry, Reese's or something.
Yeah, Tony, do you think monster puberty, how do you think that works?
I think it's monstrous.
You know, I want to tell you how not proud I am of you, but I'm very proud of that. Why is he so salty about it? It's okay, dude. Dad died. We're moving on. You know, like
You gotta have that manufactured tension.
I don't like that they use the phrase "turn heel." It's like WWE doesn't know what WWE wants to be.
Yeah.
Like,
So there are these giant facilities that are made just for these monsters. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of monsters yet. I'm sure there's got to be a whole civilization built around this and all, right? Like,
I'd imagine so.
he drops that, she dies.
What's wrong with you, Tony?
Well, she's my least favorite character in this movie by far, you know? So that broken horn, or the one that's not fully developed and all that, you think by the end of this, he's going to end up growing like the full horns? He'll get like, he'll Hulk up in the match kind of deal.
Yeah. See, it's bad because you're the kind of person who usually knows, like what the deal is with shows like this or with movies like this. But we also watch wrestling, so
right. Well, if this is anything like WWE in the past year and a half, it means that anything that they're setting up is going to be completely eradicated because the person's going to get fired. So midway through this, it's just going to be like, yeah, Rayburn doesn't exist anymore. We wish him well in his future endeavors. Budget cuts.
I hope that there's a future endeavors line in this movie. Our dad's legacy.
That's his. He's like, I love wrestling. I love my dad, but fuck you. I don't like you, Winnie.
Who are you, Winnie?
The money. It's all about the money. She's fully awake. She's got the same shirt on. That kind of deal.
At least Winnie's changed her clothes. That's good. I like that one.
Steve.
Be cool if like wrestling had an element of this. You know, like actual coaches, kind of like that Pokemon kind of vibe.
So we just need more Bobby the Brain Heenans and Jim Cornette's. Got it.
Yeah, but like if they came in like they really did at a younger age, like that seems so exciting that you're like, I can coach this guy because I've been watching wrestling my whole, like if you did that sort of thing, that'd be cool.
I think that they need the hover bikes to go along with it.
It's a very weird movie. Like, what year is this?
What, like supposed to be set?
Yeah, like, because we got hover bikes, but we've also got like just regular humans, and there are also anthropomorphic monsters.
Has anybody used a cell phone other than the selfie guy?
She did.
So, I mean, I guess it's just supposed to be an alternate reality right now.
It's pretty great.
Good. I was like, wait, he should not just go, yeah, you're right. And if they ended up doing that, that would have been like, let's just skip 3/4 of the movie, This is Roman, I think. Ramarilla.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's see it. If he doesn't ooh ah, I
Right.
swear to God. Just ooh ah, that's all we need. Showman.
Showman Reigns.
Showman chains.
I hope he spears and Superman punches him.
In the first minute. Let's go. Brock Lesnar style. Let's do this. Oh, he thinks it's a word. Let's go. Let's go. Spear him. Right now. Do it.
Oh, he's going for that wasn't quite a Superman punch. Oh, so they're
so,
doing full on rounds.
so wait, why does he think the whole thing is a work?
Yeah, so they're trying to play into the
This is super weird.
it's not a work, it's just that he's throwing fights to
But
explain that.
it's like if they're saying that the indies are a work and
Yeah.
WWE is real. Rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
That's called the rope-a-dope for each.
Can't imagine that these things are built to be safe.
So why is it an octagon? Like,
Yeah, I don't know why they really like to do that though. That's the thing, because obviously, if they are tying this into professional wrestling and not boxing or something, then they should have done some reference here and there. And for them to go with any shape other than a squared circle, they actively made that decision.
it's like they're like, this is futuristic. Like, it's literally no holds barred again. But this is the future. Why hadn't you moved on to 8-sided rings?
Is it a matter of that everybody looks down on wrestling so much that they legitimately just think that that's better?
I think so, but I can't imagine that they're just like, let's continuously shit on our product.
I don't think WWE cares. I guess that's it. I guess they're just sort of like, well, this is a...
Like, you and I are both very self-deprecating at times, but I can't imagine actively going, continue to not respect the thing I'm involved in. Please continue to not respect the thing I'm involved in. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Maybe it's literally a matter of that they just think, well, maybe this is going to be mainstream enough and kid-friendly enough that we can get out of the wrestling business, you know?
They can't still be worried about that, though. Like, you make your millions and your fortune in the wrestling business.
Well, they make movies, pal. Remember that, you know?
Yeah, but oh, he's doing the dramatic cover. Wait, you can even do a 3 count?
Yeah, no 3 counts.
I don't know how I feel about this movie. That's
The Mac and Mark show.
Dragon the Merciless, Iron Sphinx, Pig Daddy. I'm reading the names at the bottom of the screen.
Mini
Mini
Cthulhu,
Cthulhu,
Frankendog,
Frankendog,
Nerdle, Bull
Nerdle, Bull
Taurus.
Taurus, King Gorge, and Haley Hydra. I like that one a lot. Be sure to download Mac's solo podcast, The Lights Out Poetry Corner. Okay.
Minnow League match results. Salmon Saurus defeated Golden Guppy.
Tony Danza. Oh, is that what you really think of wrestling fans?
Yeah.
I mean, is that what you think of wrestling fans?
This is definitely what they think about wrestling fans.
Like, he's balding, he's in his underwear in public. Dude, I hate this. Why isn't this?
You know what this reminds me of? Somebody
What?
saw Wreck-It Ralph and said, why don't we do that, but not as good?
Yeah, I feel that. WWE, and I'm gonna compare this to myself again because I know I had this poor habit, but like, there is such a thing as being too self-deprecating. You know what I mean? Like, you're literally saying your business is a joke. Anybody who cares about it is fat and lame and a loser. Like,
I like that. That's
look at
good.
the musical. That's interesting. They named the actual suplex. Wow.
Do it. Do it.
You're such a jerk. Like,
It's a win-win-winny.
monster wrestling isn't about fun. It's too early in the movie for this conflict.
It's about midway through the film, right?
Are you serious? Yeah, we got less than an hour.
All right, so who's the equivalent of I'm not as good as my legendary father wrestler? There's so many
Everyone
options.
not named The Rock.
You could go David Flair. You could go Brian Christopher.
Because you can make the argument that this could be like the Charlotte Flair, but they let Charlotte be as good as her dad immediately.
Right.
You know?
Slime Master J.
Curtis Axel, we brought him up earlier. He could easily be in this role. What about Vince? Well, Vince doesn't that like everybody says Vince has daddy issues.
Right.
He did dance, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I feel like this is one of those studio notes of like, wouldn't it be funny if the kind of fat monster was dancing? You know?
That guy's dancing. That's not a WWE trope.
Right.
But does your wife actually like music like this, or is this just like completely foreign to you?
No, it's definitely different. Different area too.
Well, I just was saying because she's very bubbly, but
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't shine through in the music taste.
Also, wait, for a character that's supposed to have learned all these different forms of salsa, the first thing he does is he can't figure out his footwork. He should be damn good at it.
Oh,
Just
shit.
because, oh my god, it's the Lucha Dragons theme. Oh, not the Lucha Dragons,
No.
it's the Lucha House Party. There's the NXT logo.
Oh, there's the NXT logo. And he's a literal Lucha Dragon.
Now that's not bad. The Lucha Dragon.
It is when they're fired.
So they took the NXT logo, the SmackDown logo, the Lucha House Party theme.
Haven't seen the Raw logo yet.
I'm surprised they didn't try to do a 205 ton 205 live type thing.
We haven't gotten there yet. You don't know. Boom, clap, clap. Get it? Get it? Tony, he's going to help her learn how to dance. And she's going to help him learn how to wrestle.
And together they're going to get over their dad issues.
And we're going to learn that the real big belt is the friends we made along the way.
And of course, then they need to do the whole tentacular sunk the ship and all that other kind of crap that we know is coming.
Yeah, we got to get there. Or that Steve did it by accident.
Imagine if it was that fast to get those tattoos removed.
I like the Nickelodeon music. There's the Raw logo, or a version of it. Really? Wow. Raw logo was that quick?
Yeah, I missed it.
So they have like normal laptops. So it's just a real alternate reality.
Super Smash Down. Close to Super Showdown.
Is Monster Mania the big
Oh, it's going to be Monster Mania. It's got to be Monster. Well, I don't know.
Tony, oh my god, it's Bobaton Day.
All right, so who's the equivalent of the incredibly super big?
Big Show, who's also fired. What? Yeah, like, really?
Really? You're going to go with Dirty Dancing reference?
Oh, okay. I understand why. Who is she? Was she explained before? This is
Who?
the one that wants the money, is it?
The one that Becky Lynch is playing?
Uh, was that Becky Lynch?
Yeah, that was the.
That's a really weird role for Becky Lynch.
I was just like, yeah, somebody died then.
But Steve won!
Oh my god, the ambulances today. I'm sorry, everybody.
We're not hearing it as much. Well, I'm not hearing it as much.
Hopefully they're not coming through. It's just police sirens and ambulances where they want to go through
Are they
stop
doing the...
lights and stuff.
I'm mad that they're using dancing. Steve's Paso Doble pile driver is smoking.
This is what Sugar has to offer. They're pinned. Yeah, you know what? People don't actually tweet that kind of stuff. If you go on wrestling Twitter
Dance
and you try to
wrestling.
like peanut butter and jelly, I love it. Now you go on wrestling Twitter and you're going to see things like people asking Liv Morgan to sell her farts. You know.
I'm a fan to you, Tony.
And of course they name him Mark. She should be Mark though, you know?
I thought that said for a second the Mark and Mark show, and I was gonna be like,
yeah,
that's too good.
oh god, you know what they should have done here? A joke that nobody would get except for people like us. They should have had, instead of
Dave Monster.
the Becky Lynch character being like all flirty with the Rayburn thing, it should have been a rat, and she should have been a ring rat.
Dave Monster would have been good though, for one of the guy who's all pissy. Like instead of Dave Monster, he's Dave Monster.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She doesn't know her own ringtone.
Maybe she got it on vibrate half the time.
You're losing money.
Is that Zack Sabre Jr.? Tell me that's not Zack Sabre Jr.
Maybe it's supposed to be a combo of Zack Sabre Jr. and Robbie Brookside.
We don't need this scene.
No.
But it wouldn't be a kid's movie, I guess. That's Stephanie.
We need
For anybody who doesn't know, Google Stephanie McMahon.
Well, they got her with glasses on. It's different.
You're right.
And she still hasn't said that they're like Disney.
Well, in this case, they're like Paramount. I'm really mad that this isn't on Peacock.
Drink greatness.
The fuck is this? No Vince in this movie. I'm very surprised with him.
Best character by far.
I love him. Yeah.
Well, you get that guy and you get that little tiny one that's got the deep voice. Those are the two.
Didn't you have a big sack of money?
Right.
Pay him! Like, here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Yep. Always gonna be in the shadow of Rayburn.
I can sink the ship. Wow. Really?
That just affected the deal. There's all this damage, structural damage that they got to call for.
Reveal that you sunk the ship.
Great.
See? He didn't sink.
I still don't get why that character's made to be so old.
Is the kid supposed to be Vince? Who's saying, like, it can be more than just wrestling, it's entertainment.
I don't think Vince saw even a picture of one of the monster designs on this. I don't think he gave a split
enough,
second's worth
but
of.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think about, like, you see how they're doing it, how they're like, oh, dancing isn't wrestling. That's a disgrace to everything your father built. It's like, that was that was unnecessary.
Come on, we're best friends now.
Hashtag Stoker forever.
I loved the burn dogs they were cheap.
See, you'll see that at Wrestling Twitter. Pop. My, my God.
I like this little guy.
They're falling. They're
Yeah, they're
falling.
still falling.
They're,
It's gonna be like you are like $100 short.
you dropped them all on the way.
They should have gotten Dixie Carter to play this.
Oh. I hope his horns grow. Was the AEW?
God, what if they would have made it like that? What if all the rival promotion stuff would have been like clearly an ersatz Tony Khan and
Like W
stuff?
said, well, see, had it been in development during now, sure, but it started way too deep into AEW not existing. Yes, she did.
Now I'm gonna go to school and be a doctor or something stupid. Here's where Rayburn pops out. Put some Reese's peanut butter in that chocolate.
Didn't they just split up? I hate when movies do this.
Yeah, because they manufacture all this shit. This is when you can tell that a movie is not written by somebody who really wants to like make something good. They just want to churn something out. And then you get the explaining the emotions type thing.
Yeah, but it's like they just split up.
One of the only parts of this movie that I'll give them credit for that I was like, oh, you know, that's actually written kind of well was the part with we're playing the right music. How come the montage isn't working?
Oh, this is the worst.
What do you think of the other
So
town
they're not
names that they were pitching instead of Slitherpool for Liverpool and whatnot?
um Manchester. What could you do in Manchester? Stop.
You getting the Street Profits theme?
What? Why?
You got the word jabroni in there.
Why did they play the Street Profits theme? Why did they play the Street Profits theme? I hope his horns get bigger as he says the name, just like quite the swerve. Horns.
I mean, the horns have to,
Would
but I'm thinking it's mid match. Well, not
yeah,
mid match, but it's the
it's
the
like Hulk
turnaround.
up. It's like the comeback.
Yeah, it's the Hulk out moment.
What?
What about the whole money thing?
Yeah, like
I hope that Tentacular wins.
you're such a piece of shit. Like you-
Be so great if it's just like round one, you lost.
Whoa.
Good.
What's wrong with you? That's, that's slightly racist. Like
That's that was
that's
pretty good. The little junior high thing. I like that.
oh oh this poor son of a bitch.
All the more reason don't get tattoos. You never know if you're going to get that Alberto Del Rio tattoo and it's not going to age well. You know what I mean?
You think anybody out there has an Alberto Del Rio tattoo?
I really hope not. He might.
Dude. That was easily the best part of the movie because I did not expect Trump Wanda to actually be played, and then he gets knocked down immediately. Oh, that's somebody's kink.
I got to point it out just for the sake of it. They're spending an awful lot of money on this training that could have been used to maybe save the stadium.
Well, are they though? It's just kind of garbage.
Look at what they got though. Like these things are huge. Those shipping containers are not easily moved, and they've got these cranes setting up these giant tentacle things. Now you're all winded.
So have you had to like, is this living up to your expectations?
The movie?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have high expectations.
So I hope the answer is yes.
I'll say this. I'm planning on writing a see it or skip it article. This is going to be a skip it.
Yeah.
The greatest wrestling match ever. It's Backlash.
Oh shit! It's Backlash, the greatest wrestling match of all time.
It's a shame that they couldn't get somebody like Taz to be that monster on commentary.
I'm surprised they didn't get more WWE people for this.
Because it's not like the little bit parts are voiced by actors where it's like you needed that person, you know? Like they could have had
But
The Miz play the Ben Schwartz part.
honestly, and I think The Miz would be great in this movie. And if they would have known what the movie was going to be, they should have made like, "Hey, Dancing with the Stars," you know? Hey, they're getting the Rocky theme in there.
Little Eye of the Tiger, yeah. Great song.
If you can hear a car, I apologize because people have just decided that now is the time. Why did all of a sudden like he can barely win a match when he was beating the shit out of people?
Pulling a Bret Hart, throwing the glasses.
That would be cool.
Winnie, I serve no purpose in this story other than to perpetually tell you that you can believe in yourself. Every line that I deliver feels like I did it one take.
He needs to win, right? Like if they do this thing, so like real shit. This is a real WWE trope lately. I forget who it was. Nikki Cross, wasn't it? Where it was like, yeah, but she survived 2 minutes with Charlotte Flair.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, but she didn't beat her. But she won a moral victory.
Yeah, they set up the idea that he needs to last 3 rounds. And they already put the Eye of the Tiger in there, so it means that they're Rocky fans. No, you can't beat him. Just last 3 rounds. Yep.
They could have used a better coach on the voice acting. Are you fucking for real? I hate this. I don't know how to. You dick. Didn't.
He's got a hot date. Daniel Bryan versus Triple H.
They could have done so much more with this concept.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little like, oh shit, Tony, you're gonna get your wish.
I really, really hope that's the end of it. Nah.
No. Tail whip him or something.
Right. It is weird though that like something like the gorilla thing that they didn't try to do the Superman punch and the like if you're gonna try to do the
If it's a
WWE stuff,
WWE
turn into the
film,
skid.
why aren't you doing a WWE? Like you used.
I don't know. I got to look it up to see if this is true, but maybe WWE Studios came on board after they had started working on this.
At the end.
Right. It could be that they got wind of this. They became kind of like a bit part kind of producers, and their contributions to it literally were Becky and Roman voiced 2 characters. You can use these couple of logos, and you can use the Lucha House Party theme and the Street Profits theme, it could have been just that.
I need maybe.
Well, you got tons of corners.
Yeah, 8 sides.
Look, for this Tentacular to be able to flip his whole script on a dime there and be able to do this, he deserves to be champion. Give him the belt.
If this is going to turn into... I'm not sold how much WWE has to do with this, but if this turns into monster sports entertainment, I'm going to go ahead and say that they had everything to do with the movie from day one.
Yeah. It's a wrap.
Ding, ding, ding.
No DQ.
I hate this, and I'll tell you why. The good babyface story isn't he survived. It's he mustered all his strength and he won.
What an odd choice, too, to be like, can we get Tony Danza for this? You are. There you go.
Oh no! Don't. If he throws in the towel, I
She's going to throw in the towel, and the entire town's going to be like, yeah, but that doesn't do anything for us. We've got businesses.
Hold on.
Wait, you think this is the horn moment?
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you better want to keep going, because the way the movies go now, I could see that being the ending, where she's just like, "I'm throwing in the towel because we have our friendship." No, you better win. Okay, good. Okay, good. I was gonna
Did they
get
go?
really pissed for a second if they were just gonna be like, "Friendship." Ugh.
So that's called an anglerfish, right?
Sure.
The one with the light? I think it's an anglerfish, which, if that's the case, I hope they made it an anglerfish because it's like analyzing the angles.
And no, that's Tony Mango thinking way more deep.
That's the kind of shit that I would be doing. So I'm hoping one writer at least thought of that kind of joke. Just to be subtle enough, you know?
Alright, what do you think happens here?
I'm thinking he doesn't win, but he lasts the round.
No, I think he needs to win. He needs to win. Like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, no, win the fight. The good guy wins. That's all we need. We don't need this Shades of Grey shit. Good guy wins. Let's go.
I think the only way that he wins is if he reveals the whole sinking the ship thing, and then that's what boosts him. Like, this is why I sunk that ship and killed your dad.
Now we're getting my own personal, like, distaste dislike of the way that movies have gone and wrestling has gone. Like, I want a good guy to win.
Wasn't the whole thing
Did he get his
if
ass
you
kicked in the beginning?
keep dancing, he won't be able to get you. Okay, well that's the case. So now I have to take the fight to him. But now he's still just doing the avoiding everything. Pile driver, it's a legal move.
Okay. All right. Horns. Horns. Let's go. Well, because this entire movie's been pretty disappointing. I want to see something good. What? Are you serious? Hey, it's the throwback from when they were kids.
I was just gonna say there's been no disqualification kind of thing.
Huh? That's funny. That's funny. He won. Oh, all right. There have been a few like legitimately funny moments in this movie, but
Now he did get a chair shot to the face. Chair shots to the head also illegal.
horns, right? What? What?
They're gonna be going Rayburn, Rayburn.
This is. Couldn't he have at least been in a sleeper hold for this?
Right? Yeah.
Well, I guess he's asleep. Oh, get it? It's the rhythm. He's gonna feel the rhythm. All right, I'm guessing those horns just aren't growing in.
They probably didn't do enough to set up the idea of the
Of like that being a deformity, and that's why he's
right. Yeah.
Don't be a giant swing.
Pulling a Cesaro. The tentacle whip. So he's just Naomi now.
Okay, good. He's gonna win though. Okay. You know, I can live with that. I'm glad that it's not. Why are you counting him? You didn't count the first one.
Right.
And he kicks out. Oh, okay. All
Hmm.
right. Cool. All right, cool. The babyface won. All right. You know, like.
I'm surprised nobody's hitting me up in the heel and face turn
Did he
list to
turn
be
heel?
like tentacle a tentacular turn heel.
Oh shit. Tony. Fried calamari? They're gonna cook him?
There's the callback for that.
There's the callback. You can just call it the world title or the whatever. Like,
Yeah.
all right, man. They went a lot of different places with it, but
He's like,
not that.
Ziggy's like, well, thanks, kid. I'm out of a job now.
Kill him.
Dancing. Yep. Knew it.
Don't do this at a WWE show. You cannot jump the ring. I hate
And it
that.
just, okay,
What?
it just ends.
Oh, they didn't fucking do any work on this movie.
Based on the graphic novel Monster on the Hill. Now I'm curious what that graphic novel is. I'm not going to read it, but they probably changed so much.
It could have been better.
Oh, it could have been a lot better. I wasn't expecting it to be good, though.
Yeah, but like that's my problem. So this book was released in 2013. In a fantastical 1860s England, every quiet little township is terrorized by a ferocious monster, much to the townsfolk's delight. Each monster is a unique source of local pride, not to mention tourism. Each town, that is, except for one, the people of Stoker-on-Avon, their local monster isn't quite as impressive. Okay, this actually sounds like you could have done more with this.
That seems like a much more fully fleshed out idea.
Yeah, than like the idea of, hey, it's WWE, but not really.
Lauren Balfe. I think I've heard Lauren Balfe before.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's thumbs down for me.
I'm gonna overall go thumbs down.
The animation was fine. Like for this real effects Walden Media.
Now that I feel like, oh wait, hold on.
Well, there's a burp.
Oh, there's a burp. Hey, there you go. I don't remember if we said that on the air or not.
We didn't say it on the air. I burped before we started recording, and Rob said there's probably going to be some burps in this.
Alright, so I'm convinced that Real Effects had this movie, and they said, hey, let's see if we can get WWE. WWE said, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, WWE almost assuredly was just like, well, maybe that'll get us some recognition. Maybe this will be a thing. Maybe this will blow up. Those kids like those cartoons, don't they? You know, that kind of deal.
And it was just a thing to partner with instead of being awesome.
And that's why we haven't seen as much of a push for it. Because WWE really hasn't bothered to do anything with that. They make a bigger deal out of smaller things.
And I don't know if it's because like they had bigger plans for this, and then COVID happened, and then it was just like, screw it, let's just release it quietly. Because remember, this is the era now of only big blockbusters hit movie theaters. That was not the case pre-COVID. This could have been much different.
When was this originally scheduled for this release date? Let me try to find that information.
We're doing great. Like, I don't know. I kind of wish that all movies were still streaming optional. Like, now it's just like, you can tell when they know a movie's going to make money because they put it in theaters and only theaters. Like, for example, Spider-Man, only in theaters.
Right.
Just saw a new movie with Sandra Bullock called The Unforgivable. Once upon a time would have been in theaters. Now, straight to Netflix.
So this was in production in 2018.
See?
They changed the title to Rumble June 2019.
See?
It was originally scheduled to be released July 2020.
2020. There you go. See?
So this was definitely.
And that's before you learn that Becky's pregnant. That's before like Roman Reigns goes away because of COVID.
Before he turns heel, obviously.
And before he turns heel.
This is when WWE was like, those are our two big stars.
Yeah.
Put the two big ones in there, and that's it.
Because Becky was the biggest star they had. Roman was the big, like he was always the biggest babyface.
And
he would have been world
priority.
champion at that point because he would have beaten Goldberg at WrestleMania 36. It's an interesting look at like what even the little WWE involvement, what was supposed to be, because now this shit gets released quietly on Paramount Plus, which I don't think was a thing.
No, it wasn't. It is really curious why it's not on Peacock. I mean, I understand that like WWE is just probably a partner with this, so they couldn't make that deal, you know? It's produced by Paramount Animation. Okay.
No, Paramount Plus launched March 4th, 2021.
Oh, so they
before this. CBS, there was CBS something, but still, like, it would have been out long before this, and probably would be on the network. At most, maybe a Netflix exclusive. Or a Hulu exclusive, because WWE's partner with Hulu. I just don't understand, like, why this service of all the services? I'm more interested in that than anything else in this movie.
Paramount Animation started in 2011. So if they were a part of this, then of course it was going to go to Paramount Plus. But it would have just gone to CBS All Access.
Yeah, but I don't buy that they were a part of this.
Seems like they were from the start. Not good, though. No.
No. And honestly, I feel stupid for watching this because I thought because it was a WWE Studios film. I thought it was going to be a lot more WWE Studios. Like, I thought there was going to be a lot more like, oh, and here's the reference to WrestleMania. Like, they didn't even do Monster Mania.
Oh God, you know what Paramount Animation also did?
What?
That movie Monster Trucks.
Similar to this?
It's the thing where it's all the trucks are actually monsters. So it's like one of them. I haven't seen the movie. I've seen trailers for it and stuff, but it's like a monster truck that has like tentacles. So they just like doing this shit.
That's so dumb. Yeah, I feel bad that I kind of had us watch this.
Like, well, I was thinking about watching it anyway, just because it's a WWE Studios thing.
I know, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, we could have watched something else. You know, like.
I mean, we still haven't watched some other WWE Studios movies.
Yeah, like if we were gonna watch a WWE movie, we could have watched the main event thing that they did drop on Netflix.
Yeah, but still, this was worth it to say that nobody else should watch it. And that's the Paramount thing, so that's the end. All right. Well, obviously, if you listen to this, you watched it with us, most likely. And I'm sorry for that.
Like, it was okay. And there were some legitimately funny moments. I popped for Chumbawamba. I popped for, the chair shot at the end. I thought was funny because it barely grazes the monster, but he throws that in the crowd and it smacks the dude in the face. But ultimately, no. Like,
no, it's a no.
It's a 2 out of 5, a 4 out of 10, a thumbs down overall. Not even a movie I would consider, like, if your child is a wrestling fan, find something else.
If you have a kid that's a pro wrestling fan, I think you should probably throw that on and walk into the other room. Like, it's not like you sit down with your kid and watch it and you enjoy it too. You know, that whole
Like,
fun for the whole family thing.
those would be. I like the Hanna-Barbera crossovers. A lot of people don't. I think at least you can laugh at, like, there's John Cena and Fred Flintstone. There's the Big Show and George Jetson. But like, this felt really weird. And the more I think about it, the more I think you can feel that WWE was tacked on.
Yeah.
Because they had the old Raw logo, the old SmackDown Live logo. Obviously they weren't going to get the NXT 2.0 logo, but even that, like, they had the old NXT logo and a random Lucha Dragon theme song and
Street
a random
Profits.
Street Profits theme song.
Outside of that, if you get those out of there, there's no association with WWE.
I feel like whomever adapted the screenplay or the graphic novel, excuse me, like, I think they probably wanted to do some WWE, like, oh, well, he can be a dancer, because I haven't read this graphic novel yet, but I'm sure, like, the guy probably wasn't a dancer, because that seemed more like he was just the sad monster, not he was the son of the greatest monster that ever lived, you know.
It definitely comes off to me, though, like a good 75% of this movie was made by a studio executive.
Yeah, it seems like they said, let's take the base idea of monster wrestling and put it, never mind the fantastical England, let's put it in modern America, and let's try to do some WWE things. So we'll throw in, like, he turned heel, we'll throw in, like, you know, the Raw logo, SmackDown logo,
the chair
and
shot.
We'll kind of do, like, hey, you're embarrassing my wrestling with your dancing. And then it's like, oh, but dancing is fun. And it's, as I talk more, it's going down. It's like a 3 out of 10 now. Like, not a fan.
It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but I've watched a couple different movies over the past month, obviously, and it's on the lower end.
I just get annoyed when people don't do wrestling right. Like, it's one of the reasons why, and I'll keep this short, I'm very much like, my fandom dies by the day because nobody represents it right. And then it's just like this fun, silly, oh, but it's wrestling and that's so goofy. And it's like, God, you can do so much with animation and wrestling if you do it right. And this is just a cash grab and disgusting.
Tell us how you really feel.
Like, the more I think of it, the more it's just like, ugh. We really didn't need to watch this. You know what I mean? Like, Tony could have been eating a burger right now.
Burger would be nice.
You know? And instead he's been sitting here watching this movie with me. And I love Tony, so thank you for that. But we didn't need to.
Yeah, I'll be telling people, if they're going to watch it with our commentary, obviously. But if they are on the fence, to just not watch it.
I mean, you know? I think, honest to God, one of the best stories in this movie is me getting hyped for the babyface. Like, I really got to a point where I was like, you know what? Damn it, if they're going to do it, go all the way. Don't, you know, I want to see the babyface win. At least they gave me that. But yeah, ultimately, this sucked.
Yeah, this sucked. This gets a thumbs down. I want to know what you guys have to say, though. So drop a comment below. Tell us your thoughts on the movie. And
is this our last one for the year? I think it's probably our last one.
Probably going to be the last FanTracks for the year. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of depends. I mean, everything's crazy with the amount of work that I got to be doing over the course of the holidays. But I don't know. But it'll at least have, like, some other podcasts in some fashion, because we're going to talk about Spider-Man. So,
oh, God. I'm so, like, yeah, I'm just going to be so happy when it's over.
But there might be some kind of a pick your poison for a Christmas movie. I think it was suggested, and maybe if we get lucky enough, maybe there's going to be some sort of, like, another FanTracks or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But if you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments below as well. And, you know, keep yourself subscribed to this channel. Follow on Facebook and Twitter. Follow what we've got going on all over the place. Follow smarkoutmoment.com if you're into pro wrestling, of course, because that's where you're going to find all the pro wrestling talk. And check me out at Tony Mango, and check Rob out at Dude Felice.
Yeah, check me out at Dude Felice. I'm keeping it real with you folks. check me out at Dude Felice. I don't know. Maybe, you know, who the hell knows where we'll be in 2 weeks. But you can definitely find me on Twitter and on all social medias at Dude Felice. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, well, we'll see you guys next time. And whatever it is, whether it's just a Spider-Man review or if it's the next bonus features, if you are subscribed to that, or it's another FanTracks, or it's a fan outs table or something.
Out? Like, is there anything?
There's a couple movies that I feel like seeing. I know that I'm going to be seeing Spider-Man tomorrow. I know that The Kingsman is coming out.
Oh, maybe we do a FanTracks on The Matrix.
Maybe The Matrix. Yeah, that might work for that because that is going to be on HBO Max.
Yeah.
So,
we'll probably do The Matrix.
Maybe that one. And I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully we'll see you there, everybody. That's going to do us in for this. Thank you for listening. It's time for us to geek out.